Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dollar was up again. We did make a top, and so far we're opening up down for the next session. You can see it come all the way up, but not quite reach the top. So if this is the top, we're putting in a lower high. And hopefully we can get this thing to turn around for us for a little while. You can see that triple top or head and shoulders top on a longer term. So that's still in play. And the monthly. Just be careful of any kind of previous high breaks. That would be a nice flat top break if it goes through. Looks like S&P came up to a brink again, closing on its highs. Nice U right here. Bullish move. See what happens. It's got to break previous highs. Got a double top at, let's just call it 22. Monthly chart, you can see the stair step back into support and now the bounce. So SP looks bullish. Let's see what happens. Dow Jones, same thing, still closing on its highs. Looks like we got a double top right now, but let's see what happens. Pretty much straight up since election day. Could be putting in a hanging man for the week. We'll have to see how that one turns out. But then really bullish on the monthly. Looks like we've got a bounce in the NASDAQ. I would think I was calling it bearish on the short term. Could still happen. See the breakdown and the bearish retracement, and then it kind of bounced today. See what happens. Filled the gap, so maybe it's allowing it to go forward, but it just looks bearish to me on a daily. On a weekly chart, you can see it come back down into support and bounce. Not too much else going on with this. Got plenty of ways, plenty of distance from its lows. Just to bounce off support, see what happens. It's got to bust down. Kind of kittywampus pattern. It's a rounding top. You got a double top here. It bounced. So it's above previous highs, so it's still in there to win it. But it just looks bearish to me. Let's go look at a shorter term. See that bounce. See if it can hold. Its last line of defense there, I think, on a shorter term. Yeah, it just looks like it bombed, came back, bearish retraced, back into resistance, and then backed off. Now it's just doing a bearish flag kind of deal. Looks like the 10-year Treasury bond stalled out and it's gone sideways today. Pretty good breakout. Nice U. I figured it was going to close that gap, but it hasn't yet. Any day. Spinning top for the wink. It just looks like it's stalled out, so look for any kind of breakdown and fill that gap. And then it's up in the air by then. You got support at the beginning of the gap too, so once it breaks down, hopefully it'll keep going and retrace back into the pattern. Looks like a stall so far. Weekly Deutsche Bank, ain't nothing going on with that. It's closing on its lows for the week. Pretty bullish out of the blocks. With previous high breaks, it could just keep going if it wants, especially on a longer term. It's just barely breaking out, so it's got plenty of room in this trading range all the way up to 20. But it does have to break into previous lows. Daily looks like a turnaround on the daily. Let's see if we can get some kind of bullish retracement, because the long term seems pretty bullish. On a monthly, it's got a lot of work to do. It's barely on a V bottom. So you got resistance all the way up to 20. Probably going to hit a brick and then have to back off. Kind of make a concerted effort across the 34 in the future. The Nikkei, let's see how that's doing. See if that breakout's real or if it's just a head fake of a head fake. Looks like a little stalled action on the 4-hour. Looks like a higher high, and then so far for looks like it blipped up a little bit higher, but it's stalling out. Got no gusto. See if it wants to come back into support. You got support all the way down. But pretty weak on the upside, considering that huge move. Definitely above previous highs, so let's see what happens. It's breaking in the previous lows. Crude. Looks like crude is not feeling too well lately. The breakdown, now the continuation. A little bearish flag into resistance. Backed off one more time. Still coming down. Figured this would have been a bullish. You got a tri-tips on a weekly, breaking down. Looks like a little tiny accumulation going on, but broke the previous pattern. Has to get above that pattern to get back in the game. So we'll see what happens with crude. on the monthly crude, it always needed some help. So maybe this is the help it needs to get its legs going back into support on a monthly chart. Gold, still waiting for a churn. It's got a little pushback, but no churn yet. Lots of sideways action going on in the short term. Got some higher lows working. Got a flat top break coming in. Look for resistance up near 1250. It has a lot of work to do as it broke down, came back across, bearish retraced, bearish retraced, bearish retraced. Then we got a higher low. This could be the churn, but not noticing any straightforward reversal bars aside from the down and then the reversal up, and then possible hammer across 13. But I wouldn't say that's a significant hammer. It is knocking out the same kind of pattern, but look for previous high break, 1230 and above. Monthly came all the way back down into support. I'm looking for a bounce. It's got a bounce. It's got plenty of room to go past the 34 and then swing back above. But tired of waiting. Damn thing. Gold. Silver. Same thing. A little pushback on the 34. I don't think it's going to do it. Kind of the 1-2 punch. Topsy-turvy. Look for a flat top break. Signaling a bottom. The only reversal I see is the 2-bar pattern, the down, and then the reversal closing up. So that's our only clue on the bottom. Let's take a look at an hour chart, maybe. Nice move across the 34 on an hourly chart. That confirms the 4-hour chart. A little bullish. Bullish retracement back in, and then it closed back into support. So look for a flat top break above 17.8. Again, flat top break above 17.10 and 17.13, signaling the bottom. Got higher lows, lower highs, and all the averages moving through it on the upside. So that's good. Silver's acting a little bit better. Plus we got a 3-bar pattern here, a 3-bar tri-tips, and then we got the tweezers. So we got a higher low with 2 forming bottoms. Just Said it broke down pretty heavy. And so far for the week, I don't see a reversal. So a lot of work to do, nonetheless. Monthly, we got to stay above that 34. It'd be better for everybody. See if dollar has had the quits. See if we can get the dollar to turn around. Looks like gold-silver ratio is doing the bearish flag. But on a daily, let's see if we, no, on a lower high. It's like a little platform, maybe a U forming, you never know. For the week, it looks like silver's going to be the better buy if this breaks out. So we'll see how that works out. Copper. Hit a brick wall. It's consolidating now. Might see some more downturn unless we can get above previous highs. That's a nice reversal bar followed by a nice reversal bar, and it did break down, but it bounced, so maybe that's a bearish retracement coming back down into support. So far for the week, it's indecision. For the month, very good show. GDX, looks like we got a bounce across the 34. Still recovering from that bearish flag, one leg down, maybe if this can close higher up, it'd be a bullish piercing pattern. You can see how it opened down, and then it's going to close at least 50% up the candle. That is a bullish piercing pattern, but then again, we just broke down, and then that coming back up would be a bearish retracement. So we'll see what survives. Is it really going to turn into a bullish piercing pattern, or is it just the earmarks of a bearish retracement on a long-term chart? GDXJ, same thing. You can see it coming in. Only thing is 50% of the candle is previous lows, so it's got to break into previous lows, and that's where the momentum changes. See if we can do it. JNUG, same thing. Nugget, same thing. I think that's it, aside from just seeing where Bitcoin is to the dollar. One stock I wanted to take a peek at is NAK. NAK broke. So we had a previous high break. We had a pattern break. You can very clearly see that pattern on the monthly chart. See the first month inverted hammer, and then just a slight move up every month, and then it finally broke. Again, I think the resistance is in and around 2, which is previous lows, up into previous lows. So that's probably the first measured move. We'll see what happens after that. We also have coming into resistance at $1.50 all the way up. So, but these J curves are very explosive. We'll see what happens as I'm hoping. Let's see. Let's find a daily chart. I had bought into this. I caught it on the first wave, and then I caught it on the first wave, let it come down, and I missed it. And then I thought to myself, well, I'm going to catch it on the break. I missed that also. So what I'm hoping for is some kind of a retracement back into the dollar area. Should happen pretty quick. Had a huge amount of volume today. So that's what I'm hoping for, because I don't want to chase it. I want to buy this one back into support. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen because of the decisive close on its highs above previous highs. That's why I'm not sure it's going to happen. I think the momentum's there. But yeah, if this comes back into the pattern, into support, I'll be thinking about selling whatever I have to pick it up. But we'll see. I don't want to chase it. The other one is KLLXF, which, looking closer, it broke previous highs this week, and we had some news on it, but yeah, the news was gibberish. Something like, oh, it looks like the chart might break out. Oh, that's newsworthy. But anyways, you can see the previous high breaks, okay, and its volume is not there yet. So I'm waiting for volume to come in. And plus we have two previous high breaks to take care of. But this is a new issue, obviously. Watch for previous high breaks. Right now we're outside of the pattern, so that's good. It's got to close the week out above the pattern. So hopefully our daily chart is not putting in a reversal. It looks like just the other day it broke, and then it came back in, and then now it jumped. So I'm looking for a breakout on this one, and NAK, I'm looking for it to come back in. And I think just one mention would be CANN. It's a cannabis. I like this huge long-term chart. So you can see the flat top break coming in on a monthly chart. Last time it did that, it shot all the way to $32. Not saying it's going to happen again, maybe a lower high, but quite a punching effect once it crosses. And then hemp. I know we're not in a marijuana channel, but these things are acting really, really bullish. So not hemp, not on a monthly, but on a weekly. You can see on a weekly the cross above the 34 coming back into support. So look for anything reversal type that can carry, and look for volume to accompany it. I think that was the only two that I really liked on the hemp side. A lot of the other ones already broke out, so just really hard to say where they're going to end up. But look for previous high breaks. These are the hemp stocks that I picked up through this search bar. So there you go. That's it for today. Wait for the dollar to turn around or break out. It's always on a tether. That's what it seems like. So I'll see you guys later.